All right, welcome to another session for 6th grade math. Today we are going to learn measurement. So this is something that we usually struggle with, so we are going to practice. So when a problem asks you to turn one measurement like feet or yards or miles or gallons, cups, any of those keywords, we are going to use our star chart. You do not have to remember any of that information. It will always be given to you. So this is what the star chart looks like down here. So there's a few specific things I want you to pay attention to. So we have customary on this side, which is what we are used to seeing here in the United States. But metric is on this side, and that's what they use pretty much everywhere else. The next important thing that I need you to notice is on this side of every single section, there is a 1. So you will always be working with a 1 with measurement conversion. And then the bottom, so this row, this row, this row, all of our bottoms, that's the smallest piece. And as we go up, our measurements get bigger. So inches is the smallest, miles is the biggest. Ounces is the smallest, gallons are the biggest. So that's kind of how the star chart works. So let's actually go inside and let's practice solving a few problems. So this first one, it says the table is 90 inches long. How many feet is the table? So I want to turn inches into feet. So first thing I need you to understand that foot is the same thing as feet. Foot equals feet. I have 1 foot, I have 2 feet. It's just the plural. They are the same thing. So now I'm going to go to the star chart, which is right here for us, and I need to find the words foot and feet, and I need one of those words on this side and one of those words on this side. So just so happens I have a perfect match right here. I have 1 foot is 12 inches, because again, feet and foot, same thing. So I have foot here, I have inches here. So I am going to write that right here. 1 foot, and I'm going to use the abbreviation FT, is 12 inches. Now this is the most important part of our measurement. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my rule. So to get from 1 to 12, I have to multiply by 12. We know a dot means to multiply. So if I'm going from 12 to 1, the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So I would need to divide by 12. Again, this is the most important piece of this process. We need to know, are we multiplying by 12 or dividing by 12? So now I can look at my question, and it gave me 90 inches. So if I'm looking here, I have inches and feet, so I need to write the 90 on this side, 90 inches. And I want to know how many feet is that? So question mark feet. So now looking at this section, I have a 90 on this side, like here, so I need to use my bottom arrow to get that question mark. And that bottom arrow says I need to divide by 12. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take my 90 and divide it by 12. So again, we would cowboy and horse. And that answer would be 7.5. I'm not going to do the math just because we know how to do division. So that would be 7.5 feet. Because again, we solved for the feet part. Okay, so let's go down to the bottom one. If an ice chest will hold 32 cups, how many gallons will it hold? So this one says cups, and they want me to change it to gallons. So if I'm looking at my star chart down here, I see that I have cups, but on the other side is pints. So I can't use that one. And then I have gallons, and then I have quarts. I am looking for cups and gallons. So in this situation, I do not have a perfect match. So what we have to do is I have to take this cups and this gallon. I can't use this cup because those are on the same side. So I have one number from each side. I have cups and gallons, but 2 cups is a pint. Those aren't equal. So what we do in this situation is we put a box around this whole side of the star chart, and we multiply all of those numbers. So I'm going to do 2 times 2 times 4. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then 4 times 4 is 16. So actually, I have 1 gallon equals 16 cups. So like I said before, this is the most important piece. So I'm going to write that here. 1 gallon equals 16 cups. And I need to figure out my relationship. So to get from 1 to 16, this time I'm going to multiply by 16. Notice the top is always going to be multiplying. The bottom is going to be dividing. So on this one, I'm dividing by 16. So we're going to go to the problem. My number they gave me was 32 cups. So again, we're working on this side. So 32 cups equals how many gallons? We don't know. That's what it asked us. So I have this side, the cup side, and to get to this side, I have to divide by 16. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my arrow because I'm going this way, and I'm going to do 32 divided by 16. And that answer is 2. And we were looking for gallons, so my answer is 2 gallons. So the most important part of that one is if we don't have a perfect match, like this one, they were straight across from each other. And this one, we had to multiply all of those numbers together. All right, example 3. If 1 ounce is 28.3 grams, how many grams are there in 3.5 ounces? So in this situation, I already have 1, 2, 3 numbers, okay? And the other ones, I only had 1 number in each question. That's why I had to use a star chart. In this one, they already told me my situation. 1 ounce is 28.3 grams. And that's because on the star chart, grams is over here on the metric side and ounces is over here on the customary. We can't go back and forth between metric and customary. So that's why they had to give us all 3 pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and write, I have 1 ounce equals 28.3 grams. So I'm going to find my rule, my relationship. So going this way, hopefully we realize we're going to multiply, but on this one, I'm multiplying by 28.3. And to go backwards, we'll be dividing by 28.3. The third number in the question was 3.5 ounces. So that one's on this side this time. So I write 3.5 ounces equals how many grams? So in this situation, I have the ounces side. I need to go this way. So I'm going to be multiplying. So I need to do my arrow, and I'm going to have 3.5 times 28.3. Okay, when we do that multiplication, we get 99.05 grams. So that would be my answer for that one. All right, last question. Harry's height is 3 meters 20 centimeters. How tall is Harry in millimeters? So in this one, I have 2 numbers, so it's a little bit different from all the other ones. But also, I have 3 different words. I have meters, I have centimeters, and millimeters. So Harry is 3 meters 20 centimeters. We want to know how tall Harry is in millimeters. So I need to change this into millimeters and this into millimeters. So I'm going to have 2 separate problems here. So let's go ahead and figure this out. Let's write this out. So I have 3 meters, and I want to change that into how many millimeters. Okay, and then I have 20 centimeters, and I want to change that into millimeters. So that's what we're trying to do. And then when we get both of those pieces, we will add those 2 pieces together. So now let's go to our star chart and actually figure out my rule for this situation. So I need, in this one, I need meters to millimeters first. So meter is here. Meters is here. But on the other side, I have centimeters. So that won't work for this one. It'll work for this one though. Oh, no, sorry. So I have meters. That one won't work. So I need to go to millimeters down here. So again, since they're not on the same row, we are gonna have to multiply these two pieces. So 1,000 times 10 is 1,000. Sorry, 100 times 10 is 1,000. So 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeters. So I can write that over here. 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeters. So my rule for that would be times 1,000 and divided by 1,000. So on this one, I'm going this direction. So it'd be times 1,000, and 3 times 1,000 would be 3,000. So I have 3 times 1,000. So that's this side. So now back to this piece, I need centimeters to millimeters. So let's erase this so we don't get confused. So again, I need centimeters to millimeters. That one is perfect right here, centimeters, millimeters. So 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. And my rule for that one would be times 10 and divided by 10. So in this situation, I'm going this way. So that would be 20 times 10. 20 times 10 is 200. So like I said, now we're gonna add those two pieces together. We have 3,000 millimeters and 200 millimeters. So my final answer would be 3,200 millimeters. So just remember, our most important piece is looking at the star chart and finding that first rule.